Today's lesson video will be looking at Chemistry 1502. The topic is Hybridization Lesson 104. Let us start. In the last lesson video, we looked at introduction of hybridization and why hybridization takes place. And we also looked at the hybridization of carbon. So in this lesson video, I'll be showing you how to easily identify hybridization, the type of hybridization that we have in a particular compound. Now you should know that we have sp, we have sp2, we have sp3. We do have sp3d, but we'll end at sp3. Now what do we actually check whenever we want to determine hybridization of a compound? Now the first thing that you need to know, a single bond will be counted. A double bond will also be counted. Triple bond will also be counted. It's actually like this. Lone pairs will also be counted. So these are the things that we'll be looking at when we determine hybridization. Now we have steric values, or we have hybrid orbitals, or some call them groups. You should know that if a compound has one group or has one steric value, just know that the orbital is s. And then when it has two, know that the hybrid orbital is sp. When it has three, just know that the steric value is sp2. When we have 4, we have sp3. Now just to break this down, 1 means we have one orbital. 2 means we have two orbitals. In this case, we have a combination of s and p. That is why we have two orbitals. And then looking at 3, it means that we have s plus p plus p. Then we can say p multiplied by p, or 2 p's, we have sp2. So it's 1, 2, 3. That is why we say we have 3 steric values. And then for 4, we have one s orbital, and then we have 3 p orbitals. Some write it like this: s plus p, 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 which is 1, 1, 1. And then according to mathematics, you can see that this is basically s p to the power 3. So these are the things that you should take note. Now let us put this into practice and determine the type of hybridization that we have. So we have these types of hybridization: s, sp, sp2, sp3. Now remember, in the previous lesson video, we did determine the hybridization of carbon. So what is the type of hybridization of methane? So remember that we said we always count single bond as our one group. We always count it. So how many single bonds do we have here? Remember that we are focusing on carbon. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So since we have 4 steric value, it means that this is sp3. Now if it happens that we want to know the hybridization of hydrogen, in this case we only have a single bond, which will be s. Let's look at this particular example. It's H2O. Now let us look at the steric value, or let me say the hybridization of oxygen. So you have to determine the steric value. So remember that we said we count the single bonds and also count the lone pairs. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, sp3. Then for this hydrogen, we only have s. What is the hybridization of this? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, sp3. Now you can pause the video, work out this question, and play the video to verify the answer. Now the sp, actually the hybridization of carbon. But before we do that, let us put the lone pairs. So we have 1, 2, 3. So you have sp2. So basically this is how you determine the type of hybridization that we have in a compound. And the next lesson video will be looking at more challenging compounds, where we'll have to talk about the delocalized and localized electrons. That's it for this lesson video. This is Wahula SJ. Thank you very much.